Hey everyone, my name is Troy from Tech Games Etc. And today I have a video game review about BioShock. Now, BioShock Infinite is coming out, and so I never got introduced to BioShock. I always saw, BioShock in advertisements and things like that. So, since BioShock Infinite is coming out, I'm gonna start at the beginning with BioShock. I got this game for $10 on eBay, so I was like, why not? Let me just see what I'm actually getting myself into before BioShock Infinite comes out. So let me just give you an overview of this game first. And if you know about this game and you still want to hear my, final rant about this game, I'm going to leave a caption at the bottom where I just rant about how I really feel about this game. But for now, since this is a review, I'm going to give you an overview of what this game is about first, okay? So you're going to start off with a character named Andrew Ryan. He's the main character. It's 1960 and you're caught in a plane crash. Your plane goes down. You're in a plane with a lot of passengers and your plane goes down mysteriously. They never really explain how your plane went down, but you find yourself in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of the ocean, basically. And you come to this place that's in the middle of the ocean that that takes you to this underwater world called Rapture. Now, Rapture is this underwater city that was created. I forgot the person who created his name. Forgive me for that. But once you travel through this underwater world, you come across this guy who's talking to you via, I'll just call it a walkie-talkie for now. His name is Atlas, and he guides you through this city. Now what comes about in this this city is, how it became what it became. Now this city is in ruin. It's in chaos, basically, and you come across these people called splicers. Now, splicers are the enemies because they use a lot of gene alteration serums and things like that. This bio-like gene alteration where they look all deformed and things like that. And also you come across like these things called plastids. Plastids are like these powers. I'll call them powers, but there's like this gene altering power that gives you the ability to use lightning on your hand or fire on your hand. And what you have to do is use this stuff called Eve, and it will replenish that. Now you also come across now this is something I didn't know, like that little on the cover of the thing where it has the scuba diver, those are called big daddies. Now the big daddies protect the little sisters. You'll see those little deformed children walking around that looks possessed. They walk around with these big syringes and they're taking atoms out of people. And you come across them, like the big daddies are their protectors. And so in order to get to the little sisters, you have to actually kill the big daddy, the things that are in the scuba diving suit. The battles are pretty good with them, and when you capture a little sister, you can either kill them and take all the atoms or all the stuff they absorb so you can be more powerful, or you can take a little bit and just cure them and let them go about their business. Now, some of the pros of this game that I like are that you can set your difficulty level. Let me see. It's easy, medium, hard, and survivor. And one thing I like about this game is that if you set your difficulty, you can set it, even if you set your difficulty at the beginning, during the game, you can set the difficulty to another setting if you want to, just in case it gets too easy or too hard. Another thing I like about this game is that this game actually gives hints on, if you are stuck, they'll give you hints on where you need to go. Now, some of the cons about this game, I'm reading from my notes here. When searching corpses and containers and etc., things like that, you actually can't select what you want to take. So, say if there's 3 items on a corpse, or there's there's some items in the container. Now I didn't figure it out. If this feature is there, I didn't find it. But you only can take all the stuff instead of saying, okay, I just want this and leave the rest. I couldn't find a way to get around that. Now, if I'm wrong, just please correct me. Now the guide arrows to show you where your goal is at, it doesn't show you whether the goal is on an upper level or a lower level. Is it upstairs or downstairs? They just have the arrow. You know how, like, say, not in Call of Duty, but where there's that compass if you're playing campaign modes, where they'll show you where you have to go. Well, the arrow that shows you, it doesn't not levitate, but shows you what level is the goal or the destination is on, like where you have to go. It doesn't show you if it's upstairs or downstairs. Now, I found this game too cartoony with the enemy models, especially with the splicers, the people you fight, you shoot and things like that. I think some of the proportions are just off a little bit. I felt like it was like cartoony, just a little bit. Like, I wish they had proportions like you'll see like on Resident Evil, like where their limbs are just longer and it just looks more human-like, if that makes any sense. So also the gun animations need improvement. They should have more of a faster frame rate, better animation when you're dealing with the guns. Now switching. Now the thing about it, that, like I said before, like the powers that the plastids give you, like you can have fire on your hand, you can have electricity on your hand, you can have other abilities as well. It should be faster, switching from using your powers to your gun, and that's something that needs to. I hope that BioShock 2 makes better, or even BioShock Infinite. Now, another flaw in this game are what are called Vita Chambers. Now, you can think of a Vita Chamber as a checkpoint, but unfortunately, it's like a chamber that you will appear in if you die. But the thing about Vita Chambers is that the game still continues. There are no crucial checkpoints. When I say like crucial checkpoints is like, say if you die and you come through back through this Vita Chamber, the game still continues. So say if you use like 50 bullets of your gun, when you come back through the Vita Chamber, your 50 bullets that you used are gone. So it's not like a checkpoint when you'll use anything you use before that point, you will have it once you come through that Vita Chamber. And that was something that you have to reserve your bullets and things like that. And that's something that should be like an actual checkpoint where if you come through it, anything you use before that point, you still have it. Now, this is one of the biggest flaws that really took me out of this game. They don't really respect the headshot. When I say about that is like if you shoot a splicer in the head, is it a critical hit? I don't know, but I was standing next to a splicer and the splicer didn't see me, so I aimed and I shot, and it was like no type of reaction whatsoever. So this is the rant part, okay? I give this game a C-, a good solid C-. Now, this is my rant, okay? This game, the only reason I bought this game because I saw this, I met this girl who played video games. She was like, oh my gosh, you never played BioShock? You gotta play BioShock because BioShock Infinite is coming out. Like, when I saw that, I almost peed on myself. I was just so excited. I was like, oh, okay, let me just try this game. I got this game for $10, and this game got boring fast. Like, over time, I didn't even beat the game. I just played the first section of this game, then you transport to another section. This game got boring. One of the things that took me out of the game is just the gun animations, the gun sounds. Like, I'm coming from Battlefield 3, alright? I'm coming from Modern Warfare 3. I'm coming from games that get this thing right. Like, I expect, like, there's a Tommy gun in this game, right? When I got this Tommy gun, the animation should have been better as far as the burst fire, as far as like I just like like I want to hear something hard. Like a Tommy gun is something where that's one of my favorite guns I like to use, like especially during the Call of Duty eras when they had the World War II Call of Duties and you use a Tommy gun, it feels like you're actually doing some damage. And this game was powered by, you know, the Unreal technology, the Havoc engine, and I was just expecting a lot more animations with the enemies when you're facing against the splicers, you're shooting them and things like that. This game is just pretty boring, and that's just it just got boring, and that's just pretty much it. And like you don't respect the headshots and things like that. It took me way out of this game. And so I give this game a good solid C- because this game really does set the atmosphere. The scripts are good. The dialogue is good. The backstories are good. The atmosphere is good. You know, the enemies, you know, as far as how they became who they are and things like that. But overall, this game is boring. It got boring. So that's why it sucked to me, because how boring it got. So I hope I also got BioShock 2 for a great deal. So I'm gonna see what BioShock 2 offers, and I might also get BioShock Infinite. Depends on what other games are coming out in that time. So there you have it. There go my late review of BioShock. And if you like what you saw today, please like the video. It really helps out a lot. And if you have any questions, comments, any concerns, you can contact me at techgamesetc@gmail.com. Or you can hit me up on that PlayStation Network at Asian_boy_100. I thank you so much for watching. See you later.